Hello there, welcome back to Papal State and the Holy Trinity. Last time, well, we vassalized Naples and we actually started another war against Aragon, our former ally. We backstabbed them after getting an alliance with the French. So all in all, things are actually looking pretty damn good. Now, I will get a little bit of aggressive expansion towards, well, keeping the France and Austria-allied coalition is vital. And I'm pretty sure having the alliance with both of them means that any coalition that attacks me will get crushed. So I'm pretty safe here. And with those two allied with me, I'm pretty sure that I can start going after the Teutons and of course Livonian Order, the Knights, everything. But right now I think that my, well, main order of business, if you will, is just, well, take what I want to get, Sardinia, Palermo, Messina from the Aragonese. So that should be perfectly viable, to be perfectly honest here. If I force them to hand things back to Palermo or Naples, I will not get any aggressive expansion. I'll also get prestige for it. But I do require 47 war score for this. And let's see, what else can we do? Probably not too much. But the goal, of course, is also to take Siena for myself. And potentially Sardinia too, if the costs aren't too great. If not, I'll probably just force them to release Sardinia if I can afford that. If not, I'll take it and hand it over to Naples. That could also be a way to do things. But basically now we need to actually start focusing on my navy a little bit so that it can actually survive the trip to Sardinia without getting blown to bits. So we're going to drop the Sardinian or troops off in Sardinia. And the funny thing is I can actually march into Aragon and most likely beat them. Provided that the rebels continue doing their thing. So I'm no worries about the course of this war, if I should put it that way. I'm tempted to take diplomatic tank, but I think we're going to continue the three here: diplomatic reputation, an extra diplomatic relation, and of course subject force limits contribution. All of them are really useful, so we're just going to continue the tree rather than doing anything else. And I'll not be moving my troops into a position where we can help the sieges. I think it's just a little bit too risky, and in my opinion. I'm a little bit surprised at the size of the Austrian fleet too. 23 ships. Who's 10 papal influence? I don't have any papal influence, so that doesn't actually make any sense for me. Unless, of course, it's the invested papal influence, and in that case I was. In that case, I did something really silly. But it is perfectly fine. Now, let's see, how are we doing in terms of taking Siena 2? 8 aggressive expansion. Well, it's not too much, but it's a bit more than I like, so once these sieges are done, I think we can actually make some peace here. There are Magnus speech. Never seen this before. And thus it must be, he looks out across the crowd assembled in the grand lecture hall at the Europa University, that we come to the aid of our country now, in its time of need, as it always come to ours in our times of need. The pen is mightier than the sword, they say. I do not know if that's the case, but if it is, the Papal State need not fear. Long live Pope Gregorius XIII. Long live the Papal State. Jubilant are the cheers when the students as one man march off to join the army. I think I'll rather take the administrative power. 40 points versus 400 manpower. It's just 4 months worth. Sorry, 3 months. Less than that even. So I think it's better to just wait. So the siege of Messina is over. Let's just continue with the siege of Palermo. But yeah, as I'm saying here, I think handing things over to Naples here will probably be the best thing, getting these two. Then we suddenly have a big Naples that I can use. And again, here the goal is basically to get to a position where I can start worrying about nice revival, if you will. And of course, I definitely want to mess around with students. They currently war with Thuringia, Pomerania, and Bavaria, nothing to worry about even. We fight the past, it fights back, so forward even if alone. So everyone hates me now. That's a given. Oh, Rogue Nation. Okay, I think we need to improve our relationship with the French. And I need to keep someone improving relations with the French, otherwise I'm going to get in trouble. And we're also going to have to reduce this here, because otherwise we're going to get rebels pretty soon. So I can't afford actually to have this war drag out any longer. I'm just going to have to go for Palermo and Messina. And we're going to drag you back home. Now, why did I drag this guy back home? It's Naples that's going to get it modified due to the fact that I'm giving back their lands, so no reason to actually drag that guy back, but it is what it is. How are you feeling about that peace deal now? Well, we are getting closer, but it's taking a while. Austria is actually doing some work in Alicante, so that is that's of course beneficial to us, but I think for now I'll just allow the sieges to continue. I will not be making an individual peace with Provence here. There's no need for that. There's no real benefit to by doing that either, for that matter. Rebels here definitely need to be dealt with very, very soon. So not much to do. I'll wait for Palermo to be sieged, and then we'll probably make some peace. And I don't know why I placed this much of an army there. Cancel. Go back there. That our fleet should run away, and then we march to Rome. There we go, Siege of Palermo is over, and with that I should now have the war score necessary to pull this off, and I do, so that's nice. 32 overextension, that's a little much, if you will, and I'm also going to force you to, well, I was bound to force them to give up the deals with France, but that's fine. It's a good deal, so we now have, and I get a claim too. Nice. So we'll call that then 18 months it will take. And I think I also need to do some more building on my army here. How are we doing? 20 is my limit now. So we're going to add 2 units of longbow and 4 units of cannon. So that should be good enough. Anyways, with this we're just going to rebuild our armies. We're going to see how this pans out, but Naples is currently looking very good. It's a good gain. Milan do not really like me a lot though, which is an issue. But a lot of these modifiers are going to go down rather rapidly now. Both thanks to my prestige, which is high. Better relations over time. You can see you almost get a 50% thanks to prestige. So keeping that high is essential in terms of conquering a lot. But it is looking good, and again the main problem is Trebizond and how I want to handle them. The best thing would be if I actually got a claim on the province, because then I could just allow the war to drag out forever. But we'll have to consider that as we go. Diplomatic reputation +2, really useful. Next thing is post reserve, which gives me another diplomatic relation, and then we'll consider if we want to go after, well, one of our enemies here. I might have to consider, let's see, where's that? Siena and Pisa. So, go to Siena then. We need to lower the risk of rebellion. But anyways, yeah, this should be perfectly fine. I'll just wait for the court to be finished, and then we'll consider what we'll do then. Currently, there's not really much happening. Again, planning wise, I'm a little bit unsure how I want to handle things, especially if you consider the fact that I do need to fight Trebizond, and I do not need to fight them pretty quickly. The main problem is by declaring war on them, I do not really get too many negative repercussions in Europe itself, which is of course really useful, but the main problem of course lies in the fact that Trebizond is a vassal. So I need to fight Caraconleu, and Caraconleu is of course really annoying in terms of their military strength, which is pretty damn high, 24,000 men. They're currently in 7th place. They dwarf the Ottomans and dwarf Venice by a little bit. Venice actually used up all of their manpower, so this would be a perfect time to attack them. Unfortunately, they're still allied with yeah, again, they're probably going to keep on using up all the manpower because they're actually Cretan nationalists, which doesn't actually make too much sense considering this is where Crete is. But it is what it is. I'm also really tempted again to try and get myself into war with Genoa to take the islands of Chios. And of course that would be really useful because then I can use the islands as a base to fabricate claims around the entire area. But Genoa is currently in the coalition against me, and they're allied with Switzerland, Mantua and Hungary. Now Hungary is not in coalition against me, but they're also allied with Lithuania, which is a very big red beast, which hasn't actually fallen apart at all. They've actually made some progress, which is scary enough in its own. But there's not too much I can do in terms of solving that riddle. But Switzerland don't really have a casus belli, and they're also allied with France. So I'm a little bit unsure how I want to handle this situation, but right now there's, again, I have the situation I had earlier. I'm currently tied down by the coalition, there's not much I can do. But I did make one break for it, which actually turned out to be pretty good. But I think here that I might have to consider trying to, well, possibly go after Serbia here to start fabricating some claims on Ottoman land. I just need one claim on Ottomans. I could of course also take in religious idea sets, but I definitely need to get a claim on Trebizond again, or Rhodes here, to make sure that everything pans out as I want it to. If I do not get that claim, things are going to look pretty weird, but that's just how things are. Papal ideas advance, national tax modifier plus 20%, that is our papal ideas, and the humanist idea gives religious unity plus 25%. Which basically now means that I can conquer a lot of things, because they're actually 50% from ideas and traditions, so that's good. The rebels are slowly dying out here. They, as you can see here, they have a little bit in Siena and a little bit in Pisa. So all I really need to do now is just wait and it'll die out on its own. But unfortunately here I'm currently out of time. If I am to actually manage to edit all the footage and get everything done, then I have to end this episode early right now. So my apologies for being short on a lot of the episodes lately. Tomorrow I'm a little bit unsure if you'll get an episode or not. You have my basically you'll probably get one, but it might be late. The reason is simple. I will be working today until 10 PM or so. Yeah, I know it's a Sunday, but I'll still be working until 10 PM. And I'll have to see if I actually go for, or I don't own an own car, so I'll have to see if someone drives to the city after then, or if I have to take the bus in the morning to get back here to everything. And if I take the bus in the morning, I won't be in the city until around 12 AM. Oh, sorry, noon. Yeah, noon. And basically that means that by the time I am in the city, I should probably have released a video. But I'll see what I can do. Basically, if I go on Sunday, you'll get a video at a normal time. If I go on Monday, you'll be I'll probably be a couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours short or late. You'll probably get it later on. Other than that, you'll just get you'll probably just gotten EU4 so far. But all that, I'll try to get back to a little bit more diversified content. So again, I feel that this is going well. It's a little bit of a shame that Trebizond of all people decided to take out Rhodes, but it is what it is. The Teutonic Order is currently ready to be vassalized, to provide that I get my ass up there. And the simple Livonia, I wonder if I can actually peacefully vassalize these things. I can at least get alliances with them, which is hilarious. What? Oh, they're a vassal of Denmark. Well, that makes sense, I guess. Anyway, so we're going to continue next time. Thank you for watching. Please have a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.